Hi everyone, welcome to CMO Chats. My name is Deon. I'm Head of Marketing Technology, Enablement and Governance at Legal & General Investment Management.
Deon, welcome. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey and what sparked your interest in marketing?
It's a really interesting story. I was approached by the head of marketing, our global director of marketing, to come in and help transform the marketing business. So what we're looking to do is create a marketing operations function within Legal & General Investment Management. My passion for technology and transformation is what really led me to this opportunity, because I really felt that with marketing shifting away from being traditionally a coloring in department, as people call it, more into something that is more strategic in the way it approaches marketing. It's also a very commercial business. So for us, it was really important to drive scale. And I saw this as a great opportunity to come in and really make a difference for the marketing community at large.
Thank you so much. Now, what does your company do?
Interesting. So Legal & General is an asset manager. We are one of the largest asset managers here in the UK, and we are part of the Legal & General group. We provide investment solutions broadly across a full spectrum of products. That's asset classes ranging from index tracking funds all the way to active portfolios, liability-based risk mitigation solutions, and also through our private markets platform, we together form what we call the asset management business for Legal & General.
Thank you. And as the head of marketing technology, enablement, and governance in your company, what is currently your main marketing focus?
I guess there's a key thing here, right? This is about driving scalability, ensuring efficiency through technology-enabled solutions. That's my biggest focus. It's around maximizing our budget and how we use that budget to really drive scalability globally. And with that, what I mean is bringing in more automation, so automation of the processes, removing the mundane admin burden from the team, allowing the creators to be really creative in how we sort of plan our marketing strategy for the year and then execute that through the technology that we bring in.
Thank you. And can you tell me about a particularly innovative or successful marketing campaign your team has recently executed?
That's a great question. There's so much of great creative stuff that the team are constantly producing. I guess there's several pieces that I can think of. The one being our brand activation campaign with Lewis Pugh, who is the UN patron of the oceans. And there was a great piece of work that was done to showcase how the great work that Lewis Pugh is doing aligns to our brand. And that's about sustainability. We think about, globally what's happening with climate challenges that we currently face and how it's impacting us generally as human beings, but also how biodiversity is also being impacted by that. So it was great to sort of see how we were able to bring his messaging to life through our brand, but also utilize his skill sets to educate and advocate for change in sustainability space. But more importantly, recently we've been doing lots of automated type stuff through a team called Ceros. So it's a new technology that we're using, and I call it the death of PowerPoint, or the death of the PDF more realistically. And what we want to do is create interactive, immersive experiences for our clients. And the way we go about doing that is through building what traditionally will be in a presentation deck. You now can build an immersive experience for your client. And the key campaigns that we've done with that, one was for our ETF launch, and the other one that was really impactful we talk about is our Unfiltered campaign. The Unfiltered campaign literally is a campaign where we're talking about multi-asset funds, and it's an opportunity for you to take a break, have a cup of coffee, and chat with our team about what multi-asset actually means. So they get to explain and educate people around that. And with that campaign, we had a magazine wrapper where we gave away a free coffee sachet. It was sustainable coffee. So everything was about sustainability, but also talking about how you can maximize your investment returns by investing in sort of obviously multi-asset type strategies. Again, obviously the disclaimer is this is not a sort of advocation to go and buy the product. It's more talking generally about advertising and how we utilize that to strengthen brand campaign, but also activate through coffee and conversation and bring that to life for our investors as well.
I love that. I love the importance of education, but also kind of almost storytelling and the intimacy of that relationship in one-on-one. That's great. I love that idea. Thank you. And what are your biggest marketing challenges at the moment?
I guess the biggest challenge we've seen in the industry really is data, right? There's two sides of this data problem. One is the quality of data. So managing to capture the great quality of data, then to give you those insights to really drive the client experience, because it's all about client experience and relationship building. So there's two things here. We need to make sure that the data we're using in a responsible way to activate these campaigns and to create these personalized custom journeys for our clients, but equally how we target and market them. Nobody wants to be spammed with tons of stuff. So it's really important to get that right. Equally, it's when you gather so much of data, what do you do with all that data? So that's the other side of the problem. And it's making sure that you have the right systems in place to, one, clean, maintain, and secure that data. And also, then sort of take the insights from that and utilize it in a responsible way to then create your marketing campaigns and how you target again. But equally, being a good data steward and also make your clients aware of how you're using the data, and then being able to delete that data if required by the client as well.
Thank you. Yeah, the data is something that we keep hearing over and over. And we also can relate, obviously, because of the nature of what we do, we manage very large sets of data. So we can definitely relate to that challenge. How does your company stay ahead of its competitors in terms of marketing?
Ooh, now should I be sharing that with you? No, I'm kidding. What's really great is innovation, and with technology changing so rapidly, it's bringing in new technology. It's thinking outside the box. I know you probably hear this a lot, but what does it actually mean, thinking outside the box? It's not sticking to the mainstream channels. Like when we think about marketing, it's, mail is still very popular. Sending out emails all the time is very popular. But I go back to Ceros and that immersive experience. That's one way of doing it, right? Another way is video, using AI in video and really scaling how we produce video. But again, giving those clients that real immersive experience through embedding video into some of these pieces that we're doing. And it's no longer just a static piece of content going out. It's really engaging, it's interactive. And also by taking away lots of the admin burden from the teams, you're allowing them to be much more creative. So buying the right tools, but equally important is getting the right MarTech stack, as I call it. So I created what I call a marketing 360. In essence, what I want to do is have one system where everything happens. So from the time you brief the marketing team, right to the time you create the asset, to the time you execute that asset and put it in a central repository, you're keeping the marketing team working in one system. Nobody must be working in multiple systems, right? It's just pointless. When you can get your team all working in one collaborative space, you can sort of generate much more creativity. You're also reducing the amount of effort you're putting in, because where there are duplicate campaigns potentially happening across different channels, you're able to leverage those assets and sweat those assets across multiple channels as well. So it's really important to think about not only the innovative ways of going out to market, but how you're helping support your teams become more efficient and to be able to scale globally as well.
Thank you. Now, in your opinion, what does the future of marketing look like?
Interesting. So marketing has already changed a lot. And I joked about it at the very beginning when I said, the coloring in department, because that's how marketing was seen traditionally. Marketing's completely changed. Marketing is now about sales enablement, right? We are a core partner, a core pillar of the business. And we've got to think about how we actually help support the business in delivering its capital. Ultimately, it's about ensuring that you're commercial. And that's where you see marketing playing sort of core strength in sort of bringing that brand activation at one level, but equally being able to support the sales team, so enabling the sales team through great assets, through great presentations, through all of the core channel activities, advertising, all the other stuff that we do as a marketing function, to really bring our clients, to create those leads, those effective leads, or those warm leads, so that the business can have better conversations with clients, build stronger relationships, and therefore generate more revenue for the business overall.
If you could describe the role of the CMO in one word, what would that word be and why?
I'm going to go back to the word enablement, because again, it's so important. The traditional CMO is over, right? There's no longer a traditional CMO as such. I think it's very digitally focused, the future, as we've seen already. It's already happened. And if you're not on that journey already, then you are behind the curve. I guess what's also really important is having that mindset of enabling your team to do really well. And that's through the upskilling and cross-skilling of teams, but equally being able to think commercially around how marketing is playing its role in that sort of sales enablement journey as well, because revenue is really important. And CMOs now have to be part of that commercial discussion. They've got to think more commercially. We can't just be creating brand activation and thinking about, all these fluffy adverts that we've traditionally created in the past, right? Now it's really, what is the business driver? Really understanding the strategy of the business, how marketing plays a core role in activating that and bringing to life the vision of the business vision, but also commercially, what's the CFO asking for, and how is marketing helping deliver those numbers? So that's really sort of joined up approach around brand proposition, brand value, but also commercially, what are we trying to achieve as well? So enabling all of the different parts of the business to really come alive and work together collaboratively to deliver that is the role that I see coming more for the CMO in the future, in terms of enabling both the marketing teams, but also the sales teams as well, in playing a key commercial contributor to the overall P&L for the business.
Thank you. What piece of career advice would you like to share with other marketing leaders?
I guess the most important thing here is about having a growth mindset. As things continuously evolve, you've also got to continue to develop yourself, but also help your people develop. And I think that's one of the gifts that I've been given, is to always sort of learn and continue my learning. And when there's opportunities that have been given to you by your business, take them, embrace it. Technology is changing all the time. And we can talk about AI. AI is a big player in this market right now, right? And if our people are not upskilled to use the tools effectively, to learn how to write prompts effectively, to understand how the technology landscape is changing, then unfortunately, lots of people will be left without jobs, right? So it's our responsibilities in working in some of these senior sort of marketing roles to really, one, demonstrate a growth mindset, influence our people around us to develop their skills. The shadow of a leader does fall far, and therefore we are accountable to help develop our people. I always approach my leadership with servant leadership, so being able to support your team as a servant to them, but equally helping them to perform to their best. And that's by empowering them to do more and to stretch them in different ways. I think also commercial acumen is really important for a leader right now. I always talk about a commercial element because it's so important. Being able to understand the needs of the business, the wants of the business, and the commercial drivers of the business, and how you play a key role in that is extremely important. The last part's around networking, building strong networks, both internally and externally, and leveraging those networks both to give back, but equally to look for help and support when you need it, because you learn so much more from your peers inside and outside of industry, because the more you stretch yourself to see what's happening in other spaces, the better sort of opportunities you can find to bring back to your business in terms of technology, but also different creative elements that you see in different industries.